After I was able to complete a tenon and shave off the bark with some ease, I was feeling pretty confident and thinking that I've got this. Duplicating a Christmas tree is not going to be a problem at all. So I got to it. I wanted to narrow it down a little bit, start to create the tip of the tree, and it was going pretty well, but something just didn't feel right. And as I kept progressing, I kept getting more catches. There were a few tear outs and some dig-ins. I wasn't quite sure what I was doing wrong. I was like, I did this okay the last time. Not sure that I actually got the full picture of the disaster that I created when I was working on this. There was a huge dig-in. There was actually a couple big dig-ins where I was like, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to save this piece. I thought, that's it. I need some lessons. I need something. So I called my father, who has many years experience, and wanted some tips and tricks. So these are the things that I learned from him. My dad came by yesterday and helped me a bit, and I'm learning that grinding is the biggest battle. So I've got to do some more research on how to use this Wolverine jig for the bowl gouges. But he definitely helped me quite a bit with grinding my skew chisels. And he also showed me a trick on how to use my bowl gouges, how to grind them on this type of grinder versus trying to use this jig. For me, this jig is a lot inconsistent, and I worry that I might make things worse than better. Another trick that he did for me was he drew this line. You can see it much better than the line I had, to remind myself that's where I need to stay on my tool. Other tricks and tips that he gave me. This looks so much better. You should have seen the mess. I'm not sure that I actually got that on video. I had shreds and gouges and dig-ins all over the place. So a big thing that he showed me was the tool rest. Where it's placed by your piece is key. And I had a tendency to want to move my chisel like this versus along the tool rest. So that was really helpful. So this looks so much better than it did. Ooh, I'm just realizing I can make chess pieces. But we're going to try and duplicate the Christmas tree. We'll see. So for comparison purposes, this has a much cleaner edges here than this guy. If you look really close, you can see, ouch. So I think my technique was 10 times better here, though I don't know what happened there. And keep in mind, this was a smaller piece of wood. I figured out why there was a hole in the top of my tree. because of this bolt. I had forgotten that I had flipped this and drilled a hole to put that bolt in to make it sturdy. Now I have a lot of other chucks I could use. I'm just not sure how to use them. Looks like more lessons are in store for me. Thanks, Pa, for all the help. It really did make a difference. I think I'm ready to try a real piece of wood to see what happens.